today. And the previous batch we created this kind of ambience so that I'm a bit comfortable, and I chose my one cup of tea. But till this morning, before I came here, till now still, I've been contemplating that which mediums should I speak, and he created an environment. It's quite easy for me now. So on this auspicious occasion, respected personalities, my teachers, my dear friends, colleagues, full-fledged anthropologists and budding anthropologists over here, I can see. So on this auspicious occasion of this day of World Anthropology, I would like to extend my heartfelt, warm anthropological wishes to every one of you. And let me begin with setting light on the ambitions of anthropology in today's world that I had been, pondering often since I stayed on this faculty in this discipline. I had been pondering often some subjects, and that I would like to share up here. So what I think is, today we are in a time. This is in the whole human history. We are in such a time. It's the epics and sophistication of technology and advancement of the development. We can see all software development and capitalism. The way neoliberal capitalism is just affecting upon us. The way it has created all around the globe, and we can see how the culture is being transmitted through commodities. In a way, there is uniformity in culture because our life ways, the food habits, the things we are using, devices. Wherever you see, it's pretty common in a way. And at the same time, it is getting more heterogeneous. At the same time, homogeneity and heterogeneous. Why it's becoming more heterogeneous? Wherever you go, and you might dissolve in somewhere in a different diaspora, you can get dissolved in that society. But you tend to differentiate yourself from others, always. The identity issues, it goes across the boundaries. Your ethnic backgrounds, your roots, always haunt you. No matter you go to America and get a green card or you get PR somewhere else. But even within family, you try to tend to create differentiation with other family members. Like why you are different from your brother. There are so many other aspects working on that. So this identity politics is the burning issue going on. In a way, the whole globalization is making the world quite similar. But at the same time, it's getting more different. If you see the arena, the way nationalism, capitalism, ethnicity issues, and identities are being brought together. So similarly, with the advancement that I already mentioned, we can see the gender issues, LGBTI, same-sex marriages. Many countries have legalized it, but still, in a country like ours, it's a very challenging thing. So to get inside how to solve these problems, 21st century's modern world becoming more complex each day with advancement. That is okay, but it's more challenging as well. So to get that inside, I think the sense is never ending. It's just becoming more important and more significant day after day. So I believe more anthropologists, if we come in the long run, the problems will be solved. We can tackle the problems being created out of all these waves going on. If you see that our condition, our like crypto capitalism, what you call, like of certain group houses having ties with the government, they are like we are suffocating because of all this. So what does anthropology do? It gives voice to the voiceless, like subaltern voices. It levels up them, and who have been outstreamed. They have to be brought into mainstream politics. So all these aspects of lingual aspects, especially in a country like ours, which is multi-religious, multilingual, isn't it? It's a diversified country. And the globe, the societies are changing and becoming more pluralistic day after day. And the complexity is rising because of these aspects. There are no boundaries like before. You can easily move around. So this will bring a kind of uniformity, at the same time diversity. So without anthropological understanding, I don't think that you will get a proper lens to see it. If you try to see from other perspective, maybe that will be a faulty glass you are wearing on, and that might not do adjust. And there is a blame in anthropology. It has roots in colonial times. It is a colonial legacy. Okay, that's fine. It has its colonial legacy. But if you see isolating it, then you will realize it It is always independent. It has just done its own job, like the medicine does, like the medical doctors do. Their job is to diagnose and to treatment. That's what it has done. But the administrators, it's their job who has misused it, and still it can be misused that way. But the time had changed, and the people will have awakened. So I would like to say that anthropology is an enlightening subject. For me, enlightenment is not something like when you see the picture of Buddha, there is encircling divinity of light behind back of his head. For me, enlightenment is something you can see the reality the way it is. And this privilege is given by anthropology. Because you know history, where we're coming from, through different mode of production, how you have reached here from primitive communism, and we have been talking about welfare and egalitarian societies still of utopian imagination. Although every time we've been guided by those kind of philosophies, in order to create a just societies, to make equal distribution and means of resources. I think for that humility, for that integrity, in order to make a better society, tranquility, and to make a proper future design, we need it. So, if we see academically, there is certain backlashes of social science. But it is a high time now, we have to reinvent it, rediscover it, and one more renaissance is needed here in this field. That's what certainly I believe, and it will certainly enlighten you in your professional growth, in my own personal growth. We'll be better humans, we'll benefit others, we'll benefit ourselves, and this is certainly going to help us to create a better world. I would like to bring things, maybe I talked too much, to an end. So once again, happy Anthropology Day. Long live anthropology. Thank you.